And so, yeah.
So, is there any part of the telephone customer service that was satisfying?
The most satisfying part was finally breaking through to Tina Boone and having her realize that there is, at this point, nothing that she can really do, and nothing that I can really do. And so she recognized that and admitted that, and that to me was thank you. That's resolution. Thank you for admitting it and being, you know, being being able to just be a human being and being like, hey, yeah, okay, there's nothing that we can do. And so that is the most satisfying part of it.
What was the most frustrating part?
You have a responsibility, or we're just following orders. Those are the most
Yeah.
frustrating things to come out of a person's mouth because it's like the judge was, I'm just a representative of the state. The state decides this and that. It's an excuse for people not being able to take responsibility for their own actions.
Yeah.
And so that is by far the most frustrating thing. Most frustrating thing, especially for, people who have been in the military where like your very actions can get people killed, or lack thereof actions will get people killed. And then you have somebody sitting there, oh, it wasn't me. And it's like you're the one signing the paperwork, you're the one submitting these documents. It's nobody else. And so yeah, shifting the blame.
Yeah. So, what would you consider a reasonable wait time on the phone to get to speak to someone in the department? Or
Um, for DCS, I figure 5-10 minutes. Should be fairly quickly. For one, people don't like DCS, so it shouldn't be too hard to get a hold of somebody. But I mean, as far as calling back though, you can give somebody an hour or so to call back. People have lives. People need to do stuff.
yeah.
You should be overly impatient for somebody to take attention of you. And it's
Uh-huh.
like patience is a virtue.
Right. Yes. Okay. Is there technology or innovations that DCS might um, employ to increase the opportunities for customers like yourself to access their services?
I wouldn't say that we were so much customers as like more like slaves in a way. We're told to pay. We don't have any choice in it. But as far as technology goes, having easier ways to pay it because um, they have they have a statement on their website. These are third party people who you can pay through
Thank you for choosing
online.
Carl
Thank you.
Jr.
Yeah.
Um, people they say these are third party people who are responsible for collecting payments. We have
How do you
no
pay? What kind of
um,
payment?
just credit card payments online.
Credit card.
Right. I paid in a cashier's check because there was no way I was going to go to a company that the government website says we do not have responsibility for what happens through these third parties.
I see.
And so that to me is lazy as get out.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you guys aren't really willing to put up a system to make it easy for people to pay, and then turn around and complain, and then try to take advantage of people for not paying,
Does the third party charge any fees?
yes, some of them did.
Some of them. Okay. Um, okay. So if you were thinking of an example in banking or with other payments that you have to make in your life, what's worked well for you? What would be a way that
A lot of places have automated systems set up to be able to take payments, and so those are. I always call places to go through the automated system to pay.
how do you is it automated by phone,
Right,
automated
automated by
online?
phone, and then they also some of them I do go online that retain my information, and I can go through and just make that payment because I'm disabled that I get paid once a month, and in order to make payments,
You
I
know
like
when
to
you do.
right, and I need to make sure that everything goes according to plan and I can budget accordingly. And so I can't just automatically have things come out because
Right.
what if something had changed and I didn't know, and now I'm down an extra X amount of dollars, and now my budget's completely blown for the entire month.
Uh-huh.
And so, yeah, being able to call in or go online with an automated system that can remember people's information. Security is obviously super huge, especially nowadays. And so, I mean, having it done securely, having it made easy to do it
Yeah.
would be much,
Okay.
much better.
So anything else that you think they should do in terms of services? Use your imagination for any process that would make things
Stop
easier.
taking money from people. I mean, I mean,
That's pretty
honestly, I mean, they shouldn't. There shouldn't be a system set up to take somebody else's money and give it to somebody else without any control or repercussions for it. Because, like I said, my son's mother spent the child support on wedding rings, a lawyer, a car, and then turned around and asked me for my son's crib at my house because she wanted the toddler bar for her crib instead of buying that for the crib at her house so she can start transitioning cadence. And her response was, well, you only get them twice a night or twice a week.
Uh,
And so, I mean,
so is she married to this other person?
not according to Coeur d'Alene or Spokane County, but she has a ring on her finger and he has a ring on his. So,
No.
um, but some of the things that a lot of people have tossed around ideas, like having a specific card like EBT, but specifically for child support, these are approved items to buy with child support.
So that the support money that you contribute would be put on a
A debit card,
yeah, that would be only able to be used for
child stuff, yeah. I mean, kids' toys, clothes, diapers, certain foods like EBT. I mean, I've seen.
what about medical?
Yeah, medical. I mean, it could. Those are the big things, right? Like, well, you have to take our son to the doctor, and there's an expense that comes up. Well, you have X amount of dollars on a child support card that should be able to cover it. And so, or school supplies for older children that are going to school. I mean, that's what child support's for.
Uh-huh.
And so, because, like I said, mothers see children oftentimes as paychecks, and they'll use DCS to do it. They'll go and get their hair done, get nails done, pay up all their bills that they're supposed to be their responsibility to do, and they're not doing it. And so you're not only supporting yourself, and if you have a new family at that time, your family plus your child plus your ex, and that just becomes huge.
Yeah.
And it's your responsibility to take care of your child, not to take care of your own adult.
Okay. Are you aware that DCS provides other services to parents of children in the program?
No, the only service I know of is please give us more money. That's the
Okay.
only service I've ever seen.
All right. What about the alternate solutions program? Have you heard of that?
No, man.
Okay. I have it written both ways, but you haven't heard of it at all.
No, man.
So, I believe it helps find ways for you to pay your support if you don't find it
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Did anyone
Nobody
offer
has
you
ever
anything?
even offered me that at all.
Uh-huh.
Because I would have picked that up as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. So, are you currently paying your support?
I am as current as I can be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid the $29.50, which caught me up about a month and a half ago.
Uh-huh.
And so I might be a payment or two behind at this time. So
Okay. Uh-huh. And when you don't pay, the reason is
I don't have it.
Yeah.
I can't actually do that without losing my house or losing my car or not being able to provide food or clothes for my child. At this time, the child support is so outrageously high, and that I even told the courts that. But when it comes down to DCS, we're just following orders.
What do you think is a reasonable amount of support?
For me, like I would probably be able to pay about $100 to $200, but at the same time, I'm still spending more than that on my child, even though I only get him a couple of weeks. And like in October, I spent over $100. I spent over $100 on clothes, and and the only time that I've ever seen anything come from Joanna has been like some new cups or some socks. I mean, she even said that she turned in most of the stuff to a secondhand mother store for about $30, and so I'm the one who's basically providing for my child, and yet I'm still required to pay child support.
Okay. So, I guess, do you feel that the amount of support should be based on your ability to pay or based on his needs?
Both. There's no way to really be like, well, I mean, what can you pay to help out on her end, and his needs, can change from time to time, and so you can't really judge an amount based on that. And that's one reason why 50-50 parenting is the way to be, because both parents are required to be, if something comes up, both parents should be able to, provide for that. Say the mom, oh, hey, something's come up. I don't have the money right now. I haven't been paid yet. Can you get this? And it's like, father, yes, I can do this, and vice versa. But it's supposed to be a team. I mean, even though we're not together, it doesn't mean that it's one person or the other one who should be taking care of the child. It should be both people providing, both financially and emotionally and physically for a child. It shouldn't be one way or the other.
Okay. Are you aware of the Community Services Division?
I don't know. I know I've reached out to some community help for lawyers, but I didn't qualify, even though I'm 100% disabled vet. And those are like trying to help us get discounted lawyers to help fight for my son and whatnot. And those are the things that I am most familiar with. But anything else beyond that is no.
So did DCF staff ever explain any of the possible services that you might have? Are you aware of WorkSource?
I've heard of WorkSource, but I don't know what it is.
Okay. So,
and it wasn't from DCS. It was from friends or, come up in random conversations. But yeah, no, I've never heard it from DCS.
Okay. Have you ever used it?
No, I've never, like I said, I don't even know what it's for, so.
It's to help you find a job, but if you're totally disabled,
yeah,
you're
I'm
not allowed
100%
to,
disabled, yeah, after 75%.
Yeah. Okay, well, earlier you talked about this, but one of the things that DCS is interested in understanding is the impact that it has on the family relationships. So how would you describe the impact DCS has had on your relationship with your child or with your
it seems to have given Joanna an idea that she has control over me, because technically I owe her money and therefore I need to do this or do that, and it creates a lot of strife between her and I, which in the end can also end up being projected onto our child. And because we're fighting, we're angry at each other, and then our child is now in the middle of this. And part of the reason, is because I'm supposed to be providing for my son, but at the same time, she wants to take that money for herself. And it's a huge negative impact on family relations all the way around. Children shouldn't be stuck in the middle of people fighting over money, and children shouldn't be used for money. It shouldn't be an incentive for anybody at all, period. They shouldn't, it should just, like I said, be between two parents taking care of their child, period.
What could DCS do that would help resolve disputes between you and your ex?
Like I said, stop taking money is the easiest way. I mean, I know
What
there's
would be
certain.
the other? How would you envision it working then?
Well, so there's certain circumstances that, yeah, a parent might not be able to provide for the child because they're not there, right? And I mean, one of the easiest ways to stop that conflict is bring up a way to where it's like that EBT card, so the mom can't do anything but take that money and use it for our child, because then she won't be like, well, I don't have money for this. Well, I just paid you, so where did that money go? And it would also keep, both parties honest. But I mean, in the end, it's supposed to be two parents providing for their child, and I feel that DCS creates this stigma or this frustration, and they're the cause between conflicts between parents, and and it ends up blowing over onto our children. I mean, snow rolls downhill. I mean,
Is it possible that you could just separate and each support the child without having to go through the court system?
right, it should be like that. And the problem is, a lot of times, people, when it comes down to that, people are too angry at each other to talk rationally. And that's why judges should be completely non-biased towards whether it's a woman or a man, and should be able to make that decision to go, look, this is what's going on. This is what, from an outsider's perspective, this is all the information we have, and this is how it should be. And you guys are required to provide for your child. And it shouldn't be, well, we're going to give it to her, and you're going to pay all this money, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because that also creates more strife. And then nobody ever can solve or get resolution from these problems, because it's constantly fighting. We're trying to fight for our survival. We're trying to fight for our ability to care for our families. And trickling down from the courts to DCS, none of those systems are set up to provide a way to help people communicate and help people be able to provide for their children despite each other being so upset with each other. Because as it is, it's set up to make people angry at each other. It's made to make people resent each other.
Are you aware of access and visitation services?
No.
You haven't needed them, I guess. There are services, the DCS funds that are provided by organizations such as dispute resolution centers,
So like mediators,
Yeah.
and do they also have programs for people to have supervised visitations?
things like that.
Yeah, I heard about an incident involving a judge who would automatically state that people had to go through a specific organization for visitation, and those children were being sexually assaulted by that organization. So that's about as far as I've heard about that.
Okay, you've never been exposed to it directly.
No.
Okay. And you're aware of any fatherhood community groups?
Other than Father's Rights Movement, who have been fantastic and helped me get a lot of information and
How
are
did you find them?
actually they found me on Facebook because of some things, and they approached me, and said, hey, come to this group, we're here to help support.
In person?
No, just on Facebook, because the Father's Rights Movement is across the United States.
I see.
And so, there's multiple chapters for different states and even different countries. And so these people are very supportive, and they help out with fathers, especially fathers, because, let's face it, 90% of the cases go to women, and fathers are left in the wind.
Yeah.
One of the craziest things to think about is Disney has, their movies like Little Mermaid, but I bet you can't tell me who the Little Mermaid's mother is. She didn't have one. And several of these movies where these princesses were actually raised by single fathers, and the society has been
Yeah.
solely towards the mother to the point where, unless you're a Disney buff, you wouldn't even have noticed it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the only group that you've been aware of or taken advantage of. Okay. And it's helped you in what way?
Information, what I need to do, what I can do, being able to talk out our frustrations, and being
Do you
able.
talk with people directly? Or?
It's a lot of time it's anonymous, and unless there's certain representatives or people that I'm able to talk to, I mean, they helped me get in contact with a group of lawyers who coach me through paperwork and process and stuff, and it's super cheap, and so I'm able to do what I need to do without spending thousands of dollars. And for one instance, a gentleman spent $44,000 in litigation and lawyers trying to fight for his child, and he was also a veteran. And so, I mean, yeah, they helped come together. I mean, they had a march September 11th, 2016 on Washington, D.C. for the Father's Rights Movement. And so, I mean, yeah. And, I mean, it was recorded. This gentleman was leading it, and he went all the way down from the top of the East Coast all the way down. And he marched with his dress blues, with an upside-down American flag signifying distress, and marched down on Washington, D.C.
So, in summary, what do you think is the best thing about the DCS process or services?
At this time, I don't see any pluses to the DCS services because it's not really a service. It's give us money now or else. When it comes down to it, it fits the very definition of extortion. Even if I could work, I wouldn't be able to get a job in my chosen profession because now I've become a security risk because I owe money or owed money, and so at that point, security and military.
That's right.
And so being in security and military, a lot of, especially during the higher end security, you become a security risk because if somebody can come up and pay you,
And you need money.
and so
What do you think needs most improvement at DCS?
more ways to make 50-50 happen. I mean, that if DCS can come up with a surefire way or close to a surefire way to ensure that both parents can meet halfway and provide for their children without coercing people to do so, that would be the bee's knees. I mean, that would be it.
I'm just going to have a cough drop. I'm getting over it. Do you want one?
No, thank you.
Were you treated with respect by DCS staff?
Not at first. It was just it's business as usual. It's another day.
And how long did it take before you worked?
Probably about 6-7 months.
And in total, how long have you been dealing with them?
About a year and a half now. And so, yeah.
Okay. And what would be most important for DCS to do to make you a satisfied
Individual.
Yeah.
Like I said, stop just trying to take and come up with a way to make it both parents are providing. It's like I said, I shouldn't have to provide for my child and her. It should just be both parents providing for our child. I can't. I can't say that enough.
Something
It's
more
both of us.
cooperative.
Yeah, exactly. Because it shouldn't be business as usual. It shouldn't be we're just following orders. So what can you do? It should be what can you do? How can we make this better? How can we fix this? And that's how it should be. More than just you coming down here to see individuals. It should be that on the phone or in person every day at the office. And I mean, if you want us to be customers, then it should be the customer's always right, and that should be how we should be treated. I mean, despite it being a government business, it should be we're the ones. Without us, you guys wouldn't even exist.
Yeah. Okay, those are all my questions. Is there anything else you'd like to tell DCS before we? I appreciate all your sharing.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks for putting up with everything. But no, it's some of the questions were like people feel that you guys are getting involved in open litigation and want to know why. And
DCS is, I'm not
yes,
DCS.
yes,
Yeah.
right. DCS is being involved in open litigations, and
What does that mean? Like for a class
as
of people?
far these are questions I was also asked to ask, and so I mean, yeah, open litigation. The DCS is also trying to get involved and trying to change, trying to keep things from changing. And so, because the Bar Association and there's individuals who are literally lobbying against equal parenting, which in the end they're lobbying against human rights. And so, if government agencies are trying to prevent, equal rights because that's basically money out of their pocket. They want to be able to use that, and so people are wondering why the Department of Child Support is interfering and stuff like that.
Okay, do you want to just go back and review the few
Right.
things that, yeah, you want to just put